Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. You're watching Learn Tech with Sandip. I'm Sandip Das, and in this important session, you're going to learn about the Amazon queue. Now, you guys are, of course, I am too, now using ChatGPT almost for everything, right? Start with the content generation to our daily debugging, coding. So I think the contribution that's Amazon queue bringing for us as a AWS, maybe DevOps engineer, or if you're working with AWS as solution architect, could be anything that doing with AWS is very significant. Now, without any further delay, let's get started with the session, and let me share the screen. Do let me know if you guys can see the screen and the voice is coming fine. And let me also check things. Okay, looks like all set. Okay. Now, also when you are joining, do let me know from where you're joining. And if you have any question in your mind, feel free to ask me. Let me just quickly check things. Okay. Okay, so I'm now live from both LinkedIn and YouTube. Oh, just quickly confirming things. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. I can see that you guys can see my screen, which is all good. Now, the very first thing, what exactly is Amazon queue? Now, let's go with the definition first, and then I will explain in easy language also for you guys what exactly it is and how we can utilize it in our day-to-day life. First, Amazon Q is a generative AI-powered assistant developed by Amazon, designed primarily for enterprise use and, of course, for developer usage. Okay. Now, this service allows users to chat with an AI to help with various work such as research, content generation, problem solving, then and also it can be integrated with any company data and systems and application to provide tailored solution for business needs. Okay, and additionally, Amazon Q can help troubleshoot the issues, summarize the documents, and assist with the daily tasks like filling out the support tickets or answering company policy question. And it was announced as a new feature for Amazon, and as it is intended for enterprise customers to enhance productivity and efficient use of AI technology. Now, all this to make sure that when you work with Amazon and of course related services, we get to use it more efficiently and it help in our day-to-day life. Now, there is already ChatGPT there. Why we go and use this Amazon Q? The reason I will provide you is that because it's already trained by Amazon for Amazon specific services. That's the only reason. And of course, could be the other facilities or other automation that you get with this will be definitely useful. Okay. Now, let me also see if any questions coming. Okay. Hi, bro. Ready for new topic. Great. Shivam bhai. Okay. So yeah, if you have any question, feel free to ask me. I know this is very new topic to many of you, so feel free to go ahead and ask the question. Okay. Now, Amazon Q, I will of course give you the demo how to utilize it, how to integrate it, and all that. But just even before going all these complexities, okay, you can easily go to Amazon official site, and I'll just show you also. So let me go to the Amazon site, not this one, but let me join. Okay, let's go to the main site and show you. Okay, so if you see by default, if you go to this icon, you just go and like it's default for enable for anyone. Okay, go and you can ask any question related to your account or any Amazon services about anything. Okay, and it will give you the tailored responses. Okay, now let's go back to the topic. I don't want to go and distract you guys, so let's go back. Okay. Okay, so let's go by this. Now, let's understand about this. Okay, the Amazon Gen AI stack. Now, Gen AI is a again new term, but I think now by now you guys already know about it. It's about utilizing, I mean, of course, there is the generative AI. So previously what happened, you fed some data, and whatever data you fed, based on particularly that data, the AI will predict. Okay. Now what the new capability that Gen AI is bringing to you is that even if the model is not trained on a particular topic, it can generate, based on the training it had, it can generate new data. Okay. And that is why it's so powerful. And there are many businesses, across the world is actually utilizing Gen AI services. Specifically, if you think of the chat gpt, and now the competitor of this is Amazon Q, is where even if you have not trained one particular service for that particular topic, it will automatically generate the data, okay, based on, of course, the existing training or maybe documentation or anything that is available. Okay, that is the power it brings to, even if it's not particular to the point, it will automatically kind of think and generate the data. Okay, so what are the applications that leverage this, LLM, which is large language models, and other things? That is Amazon Q in QuickSight, Amazon Q in Amazon Connect, and Amazon Core Explorer. Okay, now I'm not going to very deep on this thing, exceptly I will just go with the Amazon Q because that is the topic of the session. Now, what are the tools to build with LLMs and other FMs? That is Amazon Bedrock, which includes guardrails, agents, and custom capabilities. And what is the infrastructure for FM training and interface? That is the GPUs, Trainium, Interia, SageMaker. These are all the tools where you kind of train your model. Okay, that's all it in simple language. Okay, now let's go to the next step. Now this is the genius tech again. If you are say DevOps engineer, cloud engineer, you actually don't go and develop models. It's the job of a data scientist or say the ML engineer to build all those things. For us as DevOps or cloud engineer, it's to mainly focus on utilizing the tool and get things done quickly, because we have a lot of work tasks and Jira ticket assigns, right? So that we have to clear up as soon as possible. That is our main goal. Now to do that, we have to utilize any tool that is available in the market which can make things faster. Now for Amazon Q specifically, what are the types of services that is available in AWS for the Amazon Q? That is very interesting because Amazon Q have multiple choice services or the tool set for you. First one is the Amazon Q Business. And what it is, so Amazon Q Business is a generative AI power assistant tailored for businesses, facilitating tasks like data summarization, content creation, automated responses based on the company data. Now mark the word company, because it is actually for business and companies, not for normal developers to do the task. That's why it's particularly Amazon Q Business. And Amazon Q Business have two licenses. Okay, one is the light license, and what is the another one is the normal license. Okay, so or regular license, you can tell about that. Now what that does, that it help you to create application or say no code application, where you mainly say what the application is supposed to do. Maybe it could be a support application you're developing for your company, or maybe you're doing you have some company data, a lot of data. Okay, and you want to do automatic research on the data and have generate some reports and many other important things you can do, and I will show you the demo, so don't worry. Then second one is the Amazon Q Developer. What it is, now it's a conversational AI that helps developer understand, build, and operate AWS application more efficiently by integrating with the AWS services. It is like if you have any doubt, if you are troubleshooting, if you have any queries, you go ahead and utilize the Amazon Q Developer. And it's a tool like a chat application like chat gpt, and there you ask the question, it will answer you. Okay, this is for the normal developer day-to-day usage, and what I will show you also in the demo. Then the third one is the Amazon Q in QuickSight. Now if you have already utilized QuickSight in past, you should know, but if you're not, it's fine. Just think that QuickSight is a kind of a report generation tool where you have very large data sets and you want to make sense out of the data, right? So in that cases, you can utilize Amazon QuickSight. And now Amazon QuickSight is even more advanced as a business intelligence tool by utilizing Amazon Q, which is the AI model or AI tool that can even simplify your classification of data, generating of different reports automatically. You can do all the stuff. Okay, then Amazon Q in Connect. Now it integrates with Amazon Connect to improve customer service operation with AI driven insights and responses, enhancing the call center experience. Okay, and finally the Amazon Q in the supply chain. What it is? So it applies AI to enhance supply chain operation by providing predictive analysis, optimizing logistics, and automating responses to supply chain queries. Now, okay. So what we should more focus on in this session? Okay, in this session we should focus on two important things. One is the Amazon Q business, and second is the Amazon Q developer. Okay, why the business part I'm covering? Because as a developer we have to actually sometime develop the application, and okay. Um, so that we should be focusing on, because as a developer we have to do it anyway, right? And then second one is Amazon Q developer, which is we're going to utilize in our day-to-day life, how you can generate code, how we can optimize code, and all that we are just going to cover after the business thing. Okay, these two things I'm going to cover today, maybe for Amazon Q and QuickSight Connect and supply chain. I just can make a dedicated video whenever I get chance. I'm busy these days, by the way. So anyway, when I get chance I will do it. Okay, now let's go deep dive into the Amazon Q business, what it is. So Amazon Q again business is also kind of a tool, but it's mainly focused on your business. What is about that? So your business will have tons of data, right? And you may want to ask question related to this particular data. You want to find something about the data. Okay, maybe we have total sales numbers, or maybe company have total purchase number, whatever it is. Okay, purchase and sales data. You want to find out what is the most valued purchase you did, or maybe what is the purchase to like sales. So whatever the complex things that you come to mind, you just go ahead and ask to the Amazon Q business. Of course you have to fit the data. Now let me quickly show you like what I'm meaning with this data feeding and all that. So let me quickly go to, okay, this is the, by the way, this is the screen where you have your business related thing. Okay, how to come there? So just, yeah, because you don't know about Amazon Q, first you go to Amazon console and search about the Amazon Q. Okay, let me quickly go there. Amazon Q. Okay, if you come to this, okay, I think Amazon Q business I have to search about. Okay, wait, this is the normal developer one. Okay, so Amazon Q, okay, Amazon Q business. Oh, see the second option, Amazon Q business. This is where you have to click. Okay, so this is all about the business. Okay, I see I already have one app because I want to save you guys time and my time, both the time. Okay, so I have already created an app. I will go through, but in case you want to create the application, how you can do that? Just simply click on the create application, and see most of the cases it will automatically generate all the service link roles, all the additional things. It will auto generate. Okay, you don't have to worry about all that. So just give the application name, then kind of create the new service role, and name will automatically populate. Then for some reason I'm facing this issue, but I think maybe it's temporary, and if you reload it will work fine. Then give the retriever data, then the data sources, the external data sources, and then the group and user. Like you cannot just directly go and access the page directly. You need to create one user in identity center where it already have all the access and all the permission set up. Then only you can do. Now let's go to the application which already have created, again just to save the time, because I think this is still a relatively new thing and many people including me were all learning. So what we did was that we create the application with one user, for example this demo user, subscription active. Now there is two licenses I told you, right? One is the business lite, and another is the business pro, and I will show the pricing at the end of the video, so don't worry, but just say it's very not that costly, it's cheaper if you're thinking about the business use cases. Okay, now what most important part here is the data sources. Okay, so whenever you create the application, you can always go to this edit section and see this connect data sources part. Just go and let's go to the next. Yeah, retriever, go next. Yeah, this is the most important, but I will say, because see the data that it's a business, right? So it's called Amazon Q business, not Amazon Q developer. So there in this particular application that you are developing in the business, there you should add all the company specific data, and it could be, say, you can upload the file, you can have a web crawler setup, you can have Amazon S3 setup, and there are many tools like, say, Adobe Experience Manager, Adobe FSX, RDS, wherever you store the data. It could be MySQL data, it could be say Postgres data, wherever it is. You can connect the data source, and you can keep asking the questions, and Amazon Q in this particular screen will give the answers. See this part, that if you keep asking the question, in this particular part it will say respond from approved resources. So what are the approved resources? The thing that you mention in this particular page is actually called the particular approved resources. Okay. Now for example, you just somehow want to experiment with this particular Amazon Q business. Well, you can do that. There is very small trick. Go to very right side, okay, the screen, and this three dot, okay, go there and see there is a button coming. Let me just quickly show you. Okay, respond from the approved sources. If you disable that part, okay, before, like, for example, this application, this is my new account. Okay, I just set up for running the AI related experiments these days. In this account, I don't have a company data, and I should not have the company data of any client. That will be a big issue. Okay, so I don't want that. Now I say generate EKS usage data. Okay, for example, I'm just giving example. Okay, nothing specially. And I know it's not going to work because I didn't add in any company source data, and it will give the error. Okay, because I don't have any data sources. See, sorry, I could not find, and all that. It will give all the excuses. Okay, because the reason, I have no sources, right? So you can have your, say, log data, you can have your usage data, you can have your business data. It could be any data. And in this particular Amazon Q business is all about asking the question related to the data already have in your company, not the external internet data, that you have to understand. Okay. Now, for example, I just don't want to, ask about the business data. I just wanted to talk about the normal data. So I'm disabling that response from the approved sources. I'm just asking, say, give me very easy step by step AWS EKS cluster setup steps. Okay, what will happen? Because I have disabled the particular data, that particular option to give only from the approved sources, it will generate all the like basic steps. So install the Amazon whatever authenticator, then EC2 instances, all this basic. If I want more details, give me the code example. If you just keep asking, just like the chat GPT, it will give you that. Okay, so that is the part here. Now, what can be, like, how can you make this more powerful? Now, if you have ever used the chat GPT, I think custom GPT one, what do you call it? Like, you can create your own custom GPT. Okay, exactly like that. There you have the apps in the business. But oh, by the way, how I come into this page, I forgot to show you, right? So the moment you have your application set up, just go ahead and create an application. If you do that, at the end of the step, it will take maybe 1 or 2 minutes, and after that you will have this web experience URL. Okay, so you can just click on that particular URL and it will direct you to this particular page that I was showing, just so you guys know that how I'm coming to this page. Okay, so this is how you come to this particular way, using clicking on this. Okay, and you can always optimize, you can always change the look and feel, see, customize web experience, like how the page should look, because you might want to share that particular chat page with your maybe employees, with your internal user groups, right? So you have to make sure that is customized for your own company. That's why it's all about Amazon Q business, right? So, and you can do a lot of stuff, like, say, draft professional emails, explain a concept, business ideas, whatever it is. In just like normal chat GPT, you will have all the options. Okay, by the way, all these things like chat GPT or this kind of Amazon Q business, that could be Amazon developer, it help us. Okay, it generate the content, it generate the code. But what I feel is that you should never blindly believe or never blindly just do whatever you say. You can experiment, you can run things, that you should always be skeptical that things can go wrong, things may not be right. You have to be a bit skeptical. Okay, but that's only one thing. But normally what I found, it's, I say, I think more than 70-80% cases I'm getting the proper responses, so I'm fine with that. Okay, now again, you can go and customize the experience. I'm not coming there. I'm just saying you have the option. let's go back to the application in Amazon Q Business, and you can see retrievers, you can see the creation time, you can see the web experience, all that. You can just click on this page and you can come to this page. Okay. Now, as I say, you have the custom GPTs, right? So here also you have apps, and what you can do with the apps, in apps you can create the apps. Okay. So what you have to do here, like, give as many description as possible here in this particular phase, and then click on this generate, and it will generate you the particular application for you. For example, content creator, or say interview question generator, or meeting note summarizer, or anything. Okay, I can create a, say, custom, like, say, I created one for a customer, that is EKS debugger. Okay, and the customer is happy. Okay, because the customer, of course, by the way, we have the data, we have the logs console and everything, and that project I cannot show because that's a paid project. But yeah, anyway, some project I will open source develop, and I will, share with you guys. So don't worry on that. I have many projects running normal EKS cluster, right? So I can do based on that also. But anyway, see, I have a sample, like, since it's my personal account, I have created this sample application to test things out. Okay, so you can also do that. And library is like, again, it's empty because like, you didn't, I mean, I didn't create it much or published it yet. So after publishing only, it's available. Okay, let's go back to this, this particular thing. And there are also additional thing available, that is the plugins. Okay, so if you see, if you come into the particular application, there is a thing called plugins. If you go and click on the plugins, you will see you can add the plugins. And what are the plugins? So in plugins, you can add the external services. Okay, could be a custom plugin then you develop, which may, if I get enough interest and like in this video, I may think about creating one. But let's forget about that and think about this service now, Jira tickets, Salesforce, Zendex, all these kind of external services that you can integrate. So think about the application for your business purpose. You might have many use cases. Okay, and relevance tuning, you have, of course, you have to customize the data, and let's say document title, date, all this kind of option you'll have. I will say, even before going there, what you should be most focusing on is particularly your data. For example, this your company data part optimization. You just feed the data, then play with it, and then you find out what you should be doing it. Okay, that is the most important part before jumping into any, like, again, when I was talking with, I have a very good friend, okay, who is kind of mastered in ML and AI things. He's doing from the last 8 years. I ask you, like, we have the Amazon Q, we have the GPT. Should all business integrate into that? I say, Sandip, this is like not the right thing. Just because you have AI services available and your AI things available, it doesn't mean that you must integrate. If you have a use case, then only think about it. So even though you have Amazon Q, developer, but okay, it will help you day to day. But Amazon Q business, something that if you want to have this kind of capability for your business, if you have large amount of data, you want to generate automated reports, you want to find value from your data, I think Amazon Q would be a very good choice to start with. Okay, so that is the thing, and it's very easy to get started. Okay, sometimes there are minor here and there issues, but I think that will get solved as because just I think when they release it, I think just recently on, not that, they make it public on April 30, 2024. Just I think 7 days back they made it public release. I think they will find a lot of issues, and that is good for us because then they will improve it more, right? So that one thing you should keep in your mind, and then get started with this thing. Now let's go. So this is all about the business part. Okay, now let's come back to the developer, and this is easy to get started. You just follow the steps, very easy. I didn't want to waste your time showing you the very baby steps. It's all there, just follow on and you will have it. Okay, the complicated part is actually two things. The if you want to integrate the plugins, then I found it's a bit complex, and this particular source integration part. Okay, then I found, okay, it's a bit tough there. Okay, because you have to put your data, all the data, like, if what happened, people forget to add the data sources. So if you don't forget the data sources, you will see your you can play with the data that way. That is one important thing. Now let's quickly go back to the slides. Give me 1 minute. Okay, I think I'm in the slides. Okay, good thing. Now we are covering the. Okay, so we covered the business part. Now, what about the developer? And I think you guys are developer, right? So you guys are more interested in learning about what are the capabilities that the developer is bringing to us, because we're more interested in that, right? Actually, business part also you should be interested, because people will hire you to develop all that business application, right? So you should be interested in both the things. But anyway, let's get understand this part. Okay, so what is this Amazon Q developer? Okay, so Amazon Q developer provide a suite of tools and interfaces designed to assist developer in integrating and utilizing AI capabilities within your AWS project. For example, I have given some example, and by the way, this all this the documentation, everything is actually from Amazon official website. I'm not creating something new. It's like how I can create something new. It's all their documentation, right? First thing, and ID integration. Now, Amazon Q Developer can be integrated directly into any popular integrated developer environment like Visual Studio Code, JetBrains, and the integration allow developers to access AI driven code suggestion, documentation, lookups, and debugging, which help directly within our coding environment. And I will show you that. Just give me 2-3 minutes. Okay, I just cover all the definition first, and then I'll show in our normal say VS Code how can you integrate easily. Okay, just give me 5 minutes. Okay, before going to ID integration part. Now the second one is the CLI or command line interface. Okay, so Amazon Q CLI tool allow developers to interact with Amazon Q directly from the command line. This facilitates a more streamlined development process by enabling developers to ask questions and receive AI generated code snippet and access AWS documentation without leaving the terminal. Now, this I'm not going to show today. It's I have reacted for some future session. Okay. Now, inline suggestions. So within IDEs, Amazon Q offers inline suggestions that help developers write more efficient code, and it can suggest complete code blocks and recommend libraries to utilize and help write the test cases. And I'll show that but how you can do that. Okay, then code completion. Amazon Q enhances coding efficiency by offering code completion features that are context aware, helping to speed up the development process by reducing the time spent on the routine coding task. Okay, now about this. Okay, one story I want to share about the GitHub Copilot. Okay, so the moment the GitHub Copilot was actually released for the general public, or not general, I think in the developer preview itself, that time I started utilizing it. Okay, the problem that I face, the more I become dependent on the Copilot, what happened that my capability of writing code actually I feel that it's reducing. Okay, so that is something that you should be as a coder, maybe mid-level or senior level. You don't want to get out of the touch of writing code. Okay, it's there, it's a feature, it's for us, it's fine. But when you go to interview, okay, or I mean specifically for the interviews, you can say, then you are not allowed to utilize all these tools. What happens? You forget coding by time you have heavily so dependent on the GitHub Copilot or maybe other services related to the auto code completion. But I honestly will say that don't make it a habit. It's a bad habit. It's a good use case, but bad habit, because in interviews or when showing, if you're getting out of the touch from the coding, then it will be a very bad thing. Okay, of course for your career development and the interview passing. So keeping that in mind. Okay. Now, the AI coding assistant, I think I just covered that part, right? So, AI coding as an AI coding assistant, Amazon Q leverage the pattern from the AWS overarching framework to provide developers with best practices solution implementation. This is like if you're working with the AWS services or AWS SDK, then it will be very helpful that way. Okay. Enough talk. Let me quickly share the screen and directly jump into the code. How or what is the console? Okay. Now let's come to them. So this is the okay. First thing, how you can even install this Amazon Q into your VS Code. Very simple, just like how you normally go to this extension tab and then search about the Amazon Q, and see the very first thing. The first one is actually from Amazon. Okay, see Amazon.com verified. Just go ahead and install it. It will ask you for the sign. The kind of a sign in option will come. Just click on it. It's very easy. Just go and it's just click on it. Okay, that's how easy it is. Okay, nothing complicated to explain. But after installing, you will see a tab appears here, okay, which is the logo of exactly Amazon Q, this one. Click on that, and I was experimenting with, of course, very long time. Now what it does, for example, I want to generate S3 like AWS CLI S3 sync script. I just given a context, okay, very simple context, and see it generating the answer just like how normally ChatGPT does again. But ChatGPT is more a generalized kind of thing, where it will also you have a document. I think it fed the documentation of AWS, but I think this one is more trained on AWS data and give you the more accurate result specific to AWS service. That actually I have felt, okay. So and see, it's giving you the exact. This is more advanced. Normally, if I go and ask in the chat GPT, it just give me the command, okay. But when I ask the question to Amazon Q, it exactly also mentioned the region, which is important, the bucket, okay, because bucket are to mention the local directory or the variable, okay, and then it also providing me all the commands. You can see there like S3 sync and then the local directory and all that. I found it more refined, if you ask me honestly. Okay, it's more refined that way, and I can easily integrate, easily copy paste and get started quickly. Okay, so if you are working with AWS specific use cases, I will honestly utilize AWS Q before even thinking of utilizing the ChatGPT. If you ask me honestly, okay. So that is one thing. And of course, suppose you have some coding with any programming language. Okay, for example, I had the day 11 and 12 and 3 days pending. I know many people waiting for this, but I want to release it all kind of one day gap. People are kind of saying they are getting demotivated, so I thought, okay, not release until I have all complete, then only release it. But anyway, we'll come to that part later on. But for example, this particular code, okay, like you want to understand what this code does, what this particular code does, or maybe you want to generate the automatic code. You see, the moment I'm clicking on this, it's asking like say command I, then this part will auto get selected and it will generate the code. Or even, for example, I'm selecting the code and just right click there, send to Amazon Q, and then it's asking. I think maybe you guys are not seeing that, unfortunately, probably. I don't know. Can you guys see the option? I guess no, but okay, if you just right click and okay, just let me send to the Amazon. So it's have an option called explain. You might not see it due to some screen sharing setting, but the moment I say explain, see it's going to the left side and it's generating the explanation and all that. Similarly, if there's an option called Amazon Q, send to Amazon Q, and there is 5 options: explain, refactor, fix, optimize, and send to prompt. You can optimize, again it will come to this particular Amazon Q and will find out how or where you can optimize. So I found all this option to be very intelligent addition, okay, and it can help you to learn and things do things more better way, okay. So this is one of the very great way that Amazon Q can help you in your day-to-day development job. It can be specific to AWS task. See, this is not even AWS. Except okay, this is AWS. It's a build spec. That I think it can. Let's go with because in the next Go tutorial, I was showing you the pipeline build spec, the AWS code deploy part, code build part, then Circle CI, GitHub Action, and the GitLab CI. I'm covering actually all. So let's see that if it can explain all this or not. Okay, it's the GitHub CI. Okay, sorry, GitLab CI. So let's see. I didn't try that as a disclaimer. Let's see. I started the code build part. Okay. See, based on the GitLab CI configuration file, it auto detected and it given like all the explanation what it does. What happened? Many cases you get the other developer code. Okay. And you don't understand a thing. I think in those cases, this going to be very utilized. I mean, very much usage that you just don't understand some part of the code. You go and select the particular code and send to explain, and it helps you explain the code. Okay, but anyway, overall, I like it. The intuitivity, the UI, the speed of the responses, and if I say optimize this particular piece of code, it will optimize it also. So let's go and say optimize, and it will optimize the code. So generating your answer and all that. But I think by now you got the knack or got the idea how it can help you, in your day-to-day job as a say cloud engineer, DevOps engineer, or maybe as a developer developing application with the AWS SDK services or anything at all. Okay. Now let's go back to the slides again. Okay, so we talked about the Amazon Q business. We talked about the Amazon Q developer. Then what about the cost? Because cost is important. I mean, all this, nothing is free, man. So, of course, that comes with the cost, but cost is actually for the business part. Okay, developer one is actually free that you saw, just like ChatGPT, a free version. Amazon Q also have the free version. So, but Amazon Q business have a cost tag, and that you should be aware of. Like you should not just go and create the many application and then find out, oh, it's costing us so much money. So don't do that. Okay, check always, like, before using any service. I'm not talking about the Amazon Q or any Amazon or any clouds, any services. The first thing you should do is actually go to the particular services pricing page and check the pricing, or maybe you can go to the calculator page of any particular cloud service provider and see what is the cost of usage of particular application. That is your duty. Okay, now, so what is the pricing of Amazon Q business? For the light plan or subscription, you pay $3 per user per month. For the Amazon Q Business Pro, you pay $20 per user per month. That is one thing that you should be aware of. Additionally, there is the index pricing. So you have a lot of data, right? And Amazon index the data for feeding to the AI services, right? So there is a price for indexing as well. How much? So starter index, I think very small. I should have made it bigger. Okay, I don't know if I can see or not. So I think here. So price at $0.140 per hour for 1 unit, limit 5 unit per application. If you, I will, what I'll do, I will give you the link of this pricing page, or you can go to the pricing page, and there is a detailed calculation available. You should look at that without showing the index and all that. They've given the number of calls, the number of users, and all that. They've given a detailed explanation that you should be focusing on. Okay, I think that's it. We learn how, like, the basic GNA stack, what are the GNA services the AWS have and we should utilize if you're building the GNA application with Amazon. Then the family of the product, mainly, I mean, there is business, developer, and Q integration in the quick site, connect, and supply chain. But as a developer, I think two most things you should be focused on. That is the business and developer. And if you're generating report, you should be always familiar with the quick site. Okay. Again, based on your usage and what are the services are you already utilizing, you should be making that choice. Business is all about the business and companies or enterprises where you already have a large data set, you want to feed it to the AI, and you want to get some meaningful data or reports and all the data out of the particular, like, meaningful result out of the data. Then is for business. Developer, when you want, for example, you want to, like, day-to-day utilizing coding. I mean, you're a developer, okay? You are doing day-to-day coding. You're working with maybe AWS services. You want to, don't want to go through all the complex documentation while working with one particular service. Instead, just ask the Amazon Q that this particular this one, okay, where you are learning about it, what it does, how it does, all these things. Then you focus on, okay. Then what is that? Yeah, that thing. Then Amazon, I mean, that you understand now what Amazon Q developer was talking about. Then the pricing you should be aware of, and I think that's it. That what I wanted to cover, and I covered in, okay, within 45 minutes I've covered it. Wow. I think now you guys can go ahead and ask me question. I didn't look at, not once look at the LinkedIn question. So let me quickly check any people, any friends asking the question on LinkedIn. Sorry, because I don't know why the software that I use, that is Ecamm Live, by the way, where LinkedIn integration is not there. I think, yeah. Hi, Guru. Okay, Guru came and Guru asked the question, like, for a decent Python app, it cost around 20. Yeah, that is true. Instead of kind of basic, if you want to interact the data already have and get some meaningful result, instead of having an app dedicated, you can utilize this kind of thing. True. Okay, so now I'll be available more within 20 minutes. If you have any question, not just related to the, could be ChatGPT, could be Amazon Q, could be anything else, feel free to ask me. I am here for more 15 minutes. Okay. Let's see. The LinkedIn, any already some question is there or not. Okay. Again, sorry because this software doesn't give me the question from. Okay, so 10 question from LinkedIn, and I will look at them. Okay. So is there any other charge query per volume? Very interesting. Let's go to the again. I also don't know, right? I didn't look at that much detail. So let's go and find out together what's bad on that. So okay, how I do it normally. Try Gemini as well. Maybe I will try Gemini also. But not actually normally what happened Amazon, since I'm working with AWS services for long and many companies with AWS, like that kind of use cases I face. Google Cloud, I don't get any opportunity. Someone give me some Google Cloud projects, man. Then I will kind of explore the Google Cloud. I will love to. Okay, I would love to, because see, normally if I don't get kind of projects, I cannot explore much there. I can go and ask and bid, but they say, oh, what experience you have. Now, I have majority experience on AWS Cloud, application development, Terraform, and all that. And it's okay, you don't have a experience on GCP. I say, I never got a project on that, working on that. How I can, tell you that I've done it. So then I have most cases AWS project. Okay, that's the reality. Okay, so yeah, go for AWS. Sorry, I got a cold after traveling all the cities and countries. AWS or Amazon, not AWS, Amazon Q. They should have a pricing page. Let's see. Or I can just search about the pricing, Amazon Q pricing, and it will come to the pricing page. Okay. Yeah, mainly for business, the pricing will be there. Indexing is there. I think the question about it was asked by the Cherry Hannah. Again, sorry if I'm not spelling your name properly. Is there any charge per query volume? I don't see the charge per query volume. So most probably the queries they are not charging on. Key business use subscription, indexing the charging for the data you are indexing, free trial for 1500 index hours per application based on 16 days. So there is some calculation you should do actually before even start feeding the data. Start like before starting implementation, make a document and make a kind of thing to make sure that you are tracking the cost properly. Okay, yeah, I don't see any query per query cost, so I think the query is free probably. Now Ragul saying that code history also does the same thing, like code completion before release of GA to Amazon Q. I think, yeah, ultimately, as I say, the stack was what. Let's go to the stack part. See, what is the stack of the Amazon Q? See, behind the scene is also utilizing this Amazon Bedrock and all that, right? So Amazon Bedrock is the base based on which I think Amazon Q got developed. Again, based on the information they've shared and what I've learned from the different articles, that's what's happening. Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, this is right. So Guru saying the right thing. It's free for 30 days. So if you want to try, you can try it free. Like you don't have to pay $20 per month per user. If you just want to try it, you can just go ahead and try the Amazon Q business. It's not going to charge you for 30 days. That's true. Okay, so what's next question? Hello Sandip, greeting from Malaysia. Hi James. Super sir, thank you for staying all this long and watching the session. Rohit from Pune. Okay, I think what happened like previously it was kind of active viewership of I mean, 100 and 200 people. I stopped doing live and it brings okay very less people these days. I'm starting again. So I'm starting to go again. I think people see me consistently starting go live every Saturday. They will again get used to. So I'm planning to get live every day. I'm not every Saturday, every week, either Sunday or Saturday. I will announce 2 day or 3 day back, just on different topics. I was traveling entire months and I was working on multiple projects for last many few months. I'm getting free slowly. So I will again start releasing the videos and all that. Okay. Uh, One thing, okay, going live. Okay. Yeah, if you guys have any question, you feel free to ask. I will definitely answer them. I am live for how many? Around, yeah, 5 minutes more. So if you have any question, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I'll just go. One, okay. Okay, what is the question? Just tried Amazon Q and I was trying to compare with the basic ChatGPT that later solve an ESLEAD problem for me to identify uses the community. Actually, yes. What I did, like I used to, for some content where I don't know, I just go. Not so much. Okay. I am okay. Oh, I think I heard about it, Guru. Hope everything is good your side. Okay. Uh, you're also same thing. Okay, so one thing is that yeah. So as this, I was telling. Okay, so what happened? I also tried to learn about some things because again I don't know everything, right? So one topic I was learning and I tried that particular thing in ChatGPT, and again same thing. I just tried to in Amazon Q. Surprisingly, the result in Amazon Q came better. It's not the every time case. Okay, sometimes ChatGPT generating better results, sometimes the Amazon Q generating better results, but I think it's going to give the tough competition. Is Hey Guru, you have your fan from Sagar. Okay, they're asking hi. Okay, so that was one thing. Now I think one important question I was, when visiting Vadodara, one person asked me, say Sandeep, there is already this, Chat GPT, all this Amazon Q, all this tool. Should we even learn coding? I mean, if it's already you can generate all the code, mm, is there any value that we will bring? I say, look, coding, what code generated? First of all, what code generated by all these tools? Sometimes work, sometimes doesn't work. Okay, that is one thing. And additionally, it like if you ask, like say the Devin scam, what happened in the Devin scam? There is a Devin came, the marketing people say is doing everything and all that, but behind this what happened? There is a controlled thing happened. It's not automated. Every like someone controlled Devin and they show in the demo. Okay, that is the reality. It cannot develop into an application that you want. Customer have very complex requirement. If you ever talk with the customer, they say I want A, but to achieve A, you might get done the B, C, D, and all other things. Just as a figure of speech, I'm saying that they want something, the customer wants something, but they don't know how to get it. They're not technically very strong most of the time. Even if they're strong, they might not as strong as we because we are working day and night some things. Okay, they might not be that strong. So what happens that we might know better. Okay, now what if they say, okay, I instead of spending say $100, $200 for a particular requirement analysis, or say we are hiring one engineer for 2000 USD for say mid level or junior. Okay, why go and spend all this money? Why not just there is Chat GPT and all this, just $20 per month. So let's go with that. That if they do with the $20 then think that okay, it can solve my thing, then in a mess. The moment they get a code and they try to run it, they cannot because they don't know the stack, they don't know the environment setup. Even if they do it, very complicated for them. Okay, then if they have the code and they just cannot just go and suddenly, even if they get instruction, they don't know exactly because they don't have the particular experience on doing so. Okay, they will go wrong many ways. Okay, so instead of doing that, it's better to hire an engineer who have done it many years, who have the experience and expertise, optimizing application, kind of running, deploying application, scaling the application. You cannot like automatically have all these things, even if there is infra as a code. But again, same problem come to the customer that they cannot go ahead and deploy it or run it or test it that way, right? So it's I I'm saying it very confidently. AI not going to take your job. Okay, there are maybe fear mongers who want it for views that okay, job will be not there. You're going to be out of the job. See, of course there are automation. Like, do I able to get the automation like this Amazon Q or say ChatGPT or any tool that Chimney or anything that comes. That's of course, the simple task, the simple things, the automation, the thing can be automated, that becoming automated. Okay. And due to that, of course, there will be job losses. But if you're working on, you're a programmer, you're working on very complicated topics, it's not easy to replicate. It's not easy to kind of automate it. Okay. And that is why, this is not easy to thing to do. And that's why they're hiring. If it's very easy, why they will hire you? Why they will hire a senior engineer, right? They're hiring me, you, because they want something complex thing to be done, which maybe not have done before. And even if done before, they don't know whom to hire, or some kind of other reasons could be there. Okay. So if you're there are, again, I'm saying, there are fear mongers who say, okay, you are going to get out of job, take advice on me, get your advice, give me $100 or say whatever the amount, I'll train. This is all kind of BS, because that's not going to happen. I mean, at least for next 5-10 years, I don't see that way. Okay. Maybe if you have look at the open devin also, what I'm going to, I'm these days actually experimenting with, they're also very complicated, even to do basic things. Okay. So don't assume that you're like, what is even, like, say, don't demotivate thinking that, okay, AI is going to take our job, what to do. No, they're not going to take it. Okay. Be more skilled, keep doing what you're doing. Maybe what you're doing, you can learn more, you can make go a bit faster with the help of the AI, but never become very heavily AI dependent. I have been there, and this is a very bad thing to happen. Then I stopped doing all this code generation, and I was doing very much practice. Even these days, I'm practicing too much on Python, Go, and JavaScript also, because it's affecting the interviews bad way. Okay. Because in interviews, what happening, they don't expect you to utilize this kind of tool. And the moment you say, can I utilize it because I forgot the syntax, and that's a bad impression to have. So utilize it to get things faster, but never become very heavily dependent on this kind of tools to always generate the code. Okay. That is one thing you should remember. So that is one thing. And then say thing, let's see if any question anyone have, or I'll just, okay. Okay. So no much question. I think that's it, guys. So thank you for staying all this long. I hope this session be helpful for you guys. And the document that I have, I will of course going to share with the LinkedIn. So you guys can download it. You guys can share with the people, whatever you like. Okay. I'm working on it. I'm actually on a very finishing line kind of thing for the Go's final one video, like very final video. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to release 1 day interval way, so that there is actually one particular thing happen. I'll just show you what happened, why I'm thinking that way. Okay. So there is, let me go to my channel. Let's go, give me 1 minute, and I will show the reason why I think that way. Oh, I see a lot of comments. I will definitely try to answer as much as possible. But one particular comment that I found, I think that's true. Let's go. Yes, this particular thing. Okay. So भैया आपकी टीचिंग तो बेस्ट है, बट वीडियो अपलोड में ज़्यादा दिन लेने की वजह से मोटिवेशन खत्म हो जाती है. आई नो यू आर वर्किंग ऑफ कोर्स प्रोफेशनल, बट फिर भी प्लीज ट्राई टू अपलोड अर्ली. I also want to request you to for like DevOps 32 or 2023 playlist generation. So I created all the basic videos and of course many advanced videos also. Then I was stopped because not much people are getting interested. That one thing. And for the latest video with the Go series also, I see I'm uploading it's a basic of the Go advanced use cases. Most of the cases I've covered. The CI/CD and the AWS integration video and the final project video, which is I'm going to complete sooner. Good news. And I'm going to release all the video kind of 1 day interval. Maybe I will within this week I will to complete, and next week I'll start releasing. Because I don't do release one video and then wait for another 1 week or 2 week. And I also understand that's creating a negative effect. But you guys know that I'm working on multiple projects, family responsibility. Also, I'm giving talks in Nepal, in other places also, right? So that's one problem. I have, because I'm traveling and also doing content. Of course, I have a full time, not have a full time, multiple project I'm involved with. So yeah, that's all taking effect, which is the reason the video upload is slow. And you guys already know it. I can see from the question, but a bit patience. And of course, what I want you guys, like, you guys have many problems, right? You guys go ahead and ask the question. Maybe, in LinkedIn messages, I started replying to all. I have I think 2,000 messages pending, and I'm going to reply every single person, all the messages. Okay, so if you have sent message me long back and you see I never got a reply, I will reply you. Okay, that is my guarantee. I will reply. And what I want you guys to go send message or maybe comment in any videos that what you guys want. Maybe one particular topic that I have not covered yet, or maybe you're not getting anywhere. Not many YouTubers making the video on it. I will definitely make it. Okay, because after this week, I think I'm going to complete with the Go series. I'm going to start with the advanced cloud DevOps and AWS integration, very advanced use cases, uh, and daily use cases that I will cover. Okay, maintenance, also debugging, troubleshooting, actual hands-on. Okay, not the theory level. I'm going to cover on that. And the CNCF, every single graduated project or any project that I found interesting, I will show the practical implementation, not the theory, because theory is very simple and basic. What I want to cover is the actual implementation, how things actually work, that kind of video. So while going through all this video making process and doing all that release and all that, which is going to be very frequently, and I have a big plan that is coming, which is secret. After I go through that, I think I will share the video, kind of a video vlog on that also, which is coming. I cannot share more about that, kind of a secret thing happening. So yeah, many good things happen, and many things going to happen soon also. So stay tuned. I know I'm getting it. I'm really good at these days, but for many good reasons actually. Okay, so stay tuned. And do if you're very new to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe the channel. That make my morale high, and I'm going to surely keep releasing the new videos. Okay, so see you soon in my next video, which is coming actually sooner. And if you have any question, feel free to ask in this video or any other video, or maybe just message me on LinkedIn. Okay, so see you soon in my next video. Bye and have a nice day.